ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The New Providence Softball Association's Best of 7 Championship Series continuing last night. The men took to the field first as the defending champion CNS Hitmen tried to go up 2-0 on the Commando Security Truckers.
A pitcher's duel ensuing early on between Alcott Forbes and Thomas Davis. Still scoreless midway through, this soft liner would drop and the Truckers get on the board first. Score remains 1-0 headed to the top of the 6th. Hitmen would load the bases. Jose Hilton takes one for the team, and the score is tied. In the bottom of the frame, 1 on for Davis, and he takes this one over the left field fence. Truckers retake the lead, 3-1. Last chance now for the Hitmen in the top of the 7th. They load the bases once again. Truckers make a pitching change going to Eugene Pratt. No hit by pitch here, but Forbes still draws the walk. Rashad Seymour comes home, and the Hitmen now within 1. Marty Burrows up next. He walks as well, and this game is tied. Angelo Dillett now steps up, and this grounder scores a run. Hitmen have their first lead. In the bottom of the frame, Forbes gets a little wild. Dillett tries to throw the ball back to the plate. Forbes not ready, and that allows the tying run to score. With runners on second and third, no out, all Pratt needs is a fly out, but he delivers a base hit to help his own cause. Truckers walk it off, winning 5-4.
It's all about who wanted it more. You know, the game is all about hit, runs, and errors. Fortunately, you know, basically like basketball, the bounce our way tonight.
I guess we gave the fans a treat, and that's what you want to look at it. Yeah, it was a tough game. No one's going to give anything to you. You know, that's a good example of what a championship game probably should look like. We had some opportunities that we didn't capitalize on early in the game, so probably would have made a difference later, but it is what it is.
When Thomas said that 2-run shot, did you guys think you had that one inside the bag?
Yeah, honestly, I felt like it was over at that point. You know, again, like the first game, a pitcher got in a little trouble, some walked in a couple runs. Yeah, but we were able to bounce back and win tonight.
We're a veteran team. We've been here before, but so going down late in the game, it's not gonna cause us to just roll over and play dead. We're gonna fight till the last at bat, and so it doesn't matter what the score is. We're gonna go all the way through.
Talk a little bit about that last inning. You guys, I guess, not even out there.
Yeah, that was all about trying to play some small ball after getting the 2 batters on. It was a fortunate one with me where he dropped the ball, but we had 2 successful bunts after that. And then after that, we just worried about Eugene poked one into left field, ended the game.
Again, some calls probably didn't go the way we wanted them to go, coupled with some other factors, and they ended up being what it was as far as put them in a better situation where they could win the game, and they were able to capitalize on it.
Talk a little bit about that pitching change there inside. Gene coming in fresh, and that was a really big position to put him in.
Yeah, well, that's really, we have basically 2 national team pitchers pitching against each other. Eugene, to me, is the national team caliber, and I think he did well. He was a little shaky at first, but he came through at the end.
To me, it doesn't show a whole lot of confidence in the guy who started the game, because I mean, to me, I don't think it was a smart move, considering the fact that he was doing his job pretty effectively. Maybe he didn't have the confidence in himself to continue. I know I wasn't going to come out of the game in that situation.
This was very important. You didn't want to go down 2-0. Now it's like a fresh start, so it's the best out of 5 series now. Hopefully we can get the next win on Thursday.
I guess that's a matter of opinion as far as momentum, because at the end of the day, it's just a new series. We're still a better team. We're still a team that has the experience. We've been here before, so we just got to get together, look at the things that we didn't do right, make the adjustments, and come back out.
Definitely think we got the momentum. We just got to, like I said, Thursday come out here, have a good start in the first inning, and see how it goes from there.
Like their counterparts on the men's side, the Johnson Lady Truckers trying to follow suit in the feature game, and they did just that. They too were able to even up their best of 7 at 1-all with the defending champion Sunshine Auto Wildcats, thanks to a 6-2 Game 2 victory. Game 3 in both series scheduled to be back on Diamond again tomorrow night. SHAUNAE Miller-Weibo's Whirlwind Tour making its way to the inner city yesterday. She joined up with Stephen Gardner, and they had some special treats in store, which included a race to remember, that is, for the youth of the area. Wilton Johnson has a special connection to the Miller family. He spoke about how the idea first came about.
This event was planned by SHAUNAE's father. We grew up together in Angleton, and he told me that she wanted to come in the area where the less fortunate is, inspired them to, to use sports, track and field, whatever sports, basketball as a way of avenue of achieving a scholarship to better themselves. And so we choose Camp Road today, and then we're going to go in the Ida Street, Angleston area where we grew up, and then of course tomorrow in the Mason Edition area. We just want to take them to those areas so they can inspire the kids to know that if she could do it, they could do it too. It's because of SHAUNAE Miller and others, Stephen Garden and others, who made it possible for people to hear about our small little dot here in the Caribbean. SHAUNAE signed some of her photos that she would have did in the race, and also some of the water bottles. That's to give them a little token of her love, to show them that she appreciate them coming out and seeing her, and no doubt we hope that the token be a motivation for them to do well in their classwork, in their school, and also in the sporting areas of their lives.
Following yesterday's visit to the inner city, SHAUNAE in the House of Assembly this morning, she was joined by a couple of elite athletes, including former world record holder from Jamaica, ASAFA Powell.
We are proud, Mr. Speaker, of her as a daughter of the soil. And as a Bahamian, as for me and the women of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, I and we are certainly proud of her accomplishment as a young woman. ASAFA has and continues to represent his country with distinction. ASAFA's presence today further demonstrates the global impact and respect SHAUNAE has attracted, and we are pleased that he has joined today's session in support of his athletic colleague, SHAUNAE.
ASAFA Powell may have been the fastest man on earth at one time, but Charles Fisher put on his spikes and caught up with the former world record holder. He filed this report.
The former world record holder and one of the fastest men of all time in the 100 meters, ASAFA Powell, slowing down a bit to enjoy some relaxation in the 242.
I'm on vacation. I come here to enjoy myself. I mean, Bahamas is just a walking distance away, and I've never been here to Nassau. So, I decided to make this my vacation spot for this year. I'm a Caribbean fans, the Bahamas. Definitely, people always tell me, why are you not in the Bahamas? Why are you not at the relays? But I never get to really meet them, and put on a show for them. But I know I have a very strong, backing here.
This trip all came about due to his close relationship with the Superman, Levan Sands.
Last month, I sent him a message and said, hey, I plan to spend my vacation in Bahamas. You have any ideas? And he was like, yo, Safa, I got you. I'll set up everything for you. So, that's all I said, and I'm here. And hopefully I'll have a great time. But so he's a good guy. I've known him pretty much all my track career. It's a very long, long career. So really appreciate what he has done for the sport, and helping me to spend this vacation in the best way possible.
Their friendship goes back many years, despite the two competing in different events.
Every time we see each other, we always communicate. We always sit down and just real talk. He's a great person, and like he said, he hit me up and asked me about coming down to the Bahamas, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity also for me, working along with the Marriott, with setting up the sports travel group thing. I would like this to be the place for athletes to come and stay when I possibly have my meet. I think he's going to have a great experience, and I'm glad that they chose the Bahamas to visit.
He has competed just about everywhere in the world, but not in the Bahamas, something he hopes can happen before he hangs up the spikes.
I've always wanted to compete in the Bahamas, but the injuries always kind of they don't want me to compete here. So we'll see. Maybe if leave and cook up something. Track meet, I'll definitely come and show up.
Much more from the Sprint King as he talks about his future in the sport. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
The Bahamas Cycling Federation holding elections recently. Roy Colebrook was returned as president.
Cycling calls for a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort to go into it. And being returned as president is the continuation of things that would have been left off in the last time, where we want to head now in getting our cyclists to different levels up to world championships and everything else. I think it is important for persons to note that persons trying to hold these positions, I don't think in cycling right now you might be finding that many because of the workload that goes with it.
Imagine being an aspiring basketball player in your prime, and then in the blink of an eye, you're in the fight for your life. Sounds like a nightmare, right? But as Charles Fisher tells us, for one Bahamian, that became a reality.
It was May 9th, 2014 that changed the life of Clarence Butler forever. Home from college on a break, he was involved in a traffic accident.
It's basically, they had really not much hope for me because I had spine injury and a neck injury. I have pins inside my neck and 2 metal rods in my spine that hold it together. My spine shifted 40 degrees, and it was Dr. Valentine Grimes and Dr. Chambers that did my surgery, my operation. For 6 months, I was in the hospital. I had no memory. I had no memory of the accident. I don't even remember me being inside the hospital. But I thank God for being alive and here right now.
His recovery is vigorous, just like the regimen when he was a Spouty athlete. For him, it's taking time and patience.
Slow, but it's coming along very strong. We're getting back there strong. Through God, nothing is impossible. So.
Earlier, where did you not have movements that it is now?
Well, I did not have any movements in my legs area. My leg was not able to fully extend all the way out, but now they're getting back there. I'm actually able to stand up now for a bit and start to make steps. I also attend PMH therapy center, and also I'm in the gym right now working out, lifting weights.
You seem to have a strong mind despite all this, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got to. Everything begins and ends with the mind. So once I have a strong mind and I put God first, everything else happens afterwards.
An avid sports fan, he still coaches basketball and will not let this one incident affect his life moving forward.
I would not let it keep me down. You got to continue to push it. Got to continue to push it because I learned in life no one is out there actually giving any handouts, so you have to do what you have to do and get what you have to get.
For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
So for sports, stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.